And we welcome you to the beautiful Harlandale High School gymnasium here. We've got the Frontier Bowl on the hardwood tonight. What you are seeing on your screen right now is the last 19.4 seconds of the JV game. It's the McCollum Cowboys out in front of Harlandale, 57-53, the final 20 seconds of the fourth quarter here. And we will let you enjoy that with us. Stay with us on RC Audio Sports, the YouTube channel. And once again, we thank you for joining us here tonight on Valentine's Day. A happy Valentine's Day to you, and a happy Valentine's Day to the wonderful Mrs. Villafranca. We enjoyed, we have the privilege of being retired, and we enjoyed a very nice Valentine's Day. Earlier today, very fortunate I am to have such a wonderful Valentine's as Deanna. So happy Valentine's to you, Deanna, and we hope that you, along with everybody else, enjoys our stream tonight. It's the Frontier Bowl on the hardwood from the beautiful Harlandale High School Gymnasium on the campus of Harlandale High School. It's the last game of the regular season for the boys. The girls, of course, are already in bi-district play. But this is the last game for the boys' regular season here tonight, and the top four seeds in 28-5A have been determined. The Harlandale Indians are one of those. The South San Bobcats are the other. Southwest Legacy and Southwest are will round out the four seeds that will represent 28-5A in the playoffs this year. Let me tell you about the McCollum Cowboys. This is a good team that is led by Coach Marcus Alvarado. They've got a history of success under his leadership. Marcus is in his 9th season as the McCollum head coach. He's led the Cowboys to 3 district championships before this year. And McCollum had 2 consecutive 20-win seasons coming into 2023. A little bit of history. Let's go back to 2020 when the McCollum Cowboys finished 12-18 overall, 5-11 in district. It was a 7th place finish for the Cowboys. And so, of course, 7th place does not advance to the playoffs. The next year, in 2021, the McCollum Cowboys finished the season with 20 wins and 4 losses. They were 12-2 in district play. Finished first, so that was one of their 3 district championships under Coach Alvarado. The Cowboys bowed out in the first round of the playoffs that year. Last year, again, the McCollum Cowboys, another 20-win season. It was 26-8 for them. It was 26-8 for the McCollum Cowboys. 26 wins, 8 losses, 13-1 in district play. Finished first again, and the Cowboys bowed out in the by-district round that year. This year, let's fast forward to 2023. The McCollum Cowboys, 20-17 overall. They were 8-8, perfect 500 in non-district play, 4-9 in district play here. And Coach Alvarado will be the first to tell you no excuses, but they hit a bump in the road about midway through the season. One of their leading scorers, if not their leading scorer, Enrique Torres, was lost for the season. He'll be fine and he'll be back for his junior year. No doubt about that. But about 5 games ago, the McCollum Cowboys lost a leading scorer and have really struggled to get one in the win column without young Enrique Torres. The McCollum Cowboys had a tough first half of district season. A lot of close games. Lost by 2 points to Southwest, who is headed to the playoffs. Lost by 2 points to Medina Valley. Lost by 2 points to South San. South San also headed to the playoffs. And lost by 2 points to Harlandale, who, as I've said, is heading to the playoffs as well. In the last 5 games leading up to this one, the Cowboys have only been able to put one in the win column. That was against the Southside Cardinals. But make no mistake about it, this is a dangerous team, and as they continue to gain chemistry and learn to play along and together with each other, you can expect anytime these 2 teams get together, you can expect a very, very good game. As we said on social media, it's Valentine's Day, and you know that Harlandale and McCollum love to play each other. And they'll be playing each other tonight. So happy Valentine's Day. One final note on the McCollum Cowboys, averaging 51.7 points per game. They're giving up 54.7 points a game. You would expect to see the McCollum Cowboys, their scoring tempo to be in the mid-50s range. And there you have it, a little bit about the McCollum Cowboys. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back and tell you a little bit about the Harlandale Indians. Don't go away. Stay with us on RC Audio Sports, the YouTube channel.
It started in 2019 with Texas Revolution Youth Football and Cheer. It was inspired by my sister, my late sister, Patricia Galaxy Mora. She had passed away. Before she had passed away, we had conversations about starting my own organization. Right now, our actual motivation is to get these kids to the next level as far as getting ready for middle school and high school football. Our plan for Texas Revolution is not only teaching them the fundamentals of football and cheer, but it's also teaching them how to be great young men and women, providing for the city south side, and also always, play. Being here and being very respectful to their coaches, to their moms, their dads, their guardians. And that's what we strive for, is to raising the next generation of athletes, but also great men and women too as well. Look us up on Facebook too as well for any questions or any concerns that you may have as well.
And before we get too far along with the stream, a quick shout out to my friend here, Mason Sanchez, who helped me set up today. He was very helpful setting up the equipment, and he asked if he could sit with me today, and he sure can. So Mason, what was your favorite part about setting up?
Carrying the briefcases it was like a workout.
It was like a workout. Yeah, it is indeed. It is very much like a workout. So Mason Sanchez, thank you very much. Mason's brother plays on the Harlandale Indians JV basketball team. So Mason is joining me while his family is still here at the game. Thank you again, Mason. Let me tell you now about the Harlandale Indians and their season and a little bit of their history. The Harlandale Indians are 19-11 this year overall, 8-9 in district play before they started district, 11-2 now in district play and in first place. One game ahead of the South San Bobcats. So if the Harlandale Indians can win tonight, they will win an outright district championship. They're assured of nothing less than a share of the district championship. If they win tonight, or if South San loses, the Harlandale Indians will lay claim to that crown all to themselves, and district champions unshared if they can accomplish that task tonight. A little bit of history for the Harlandale Indians. The Harlandale Indians led by Coach Eric De Los Santos. Coach Eric De Los Santos and Marcus Alvarado, both products of Harlandale ISD. Coach Alvarado, a McCollum alum, and Coach De Los Santos, a Harlandale High School alum. And interestingly enough, both graduates of the class of 2002, and these guys have a history that goes way back to their middle school years, and they've played against each other since they were seventh graders at Harlandale Middle and Terrell Wells Middle Schools here in Harlandale ISD. So proud sons of the Harlandale ISD, Eric De Los Santos and Marcus Alvarado. A little bit of history of the Indians. Let's take you back to 2020 when the Harlandale Indians finished the season 22-10, 11-5 in district. That was good enough for third place. The Indians bowed out of the playoffs in the first round that year. The next year, in 2021, 15-9, the Indians finished the season overall. An 11-3 district record was good for a district championship, and the Indians bowed out in the second round that year in 2021. Last year it was an 18-15 record for Harlandale overall, 6-8 in district play. The Indians finished fifth, and only the top four, of course, head on to the playoffs. So the Harlandale Indians absent from the playoffs last year. They have made amends this year again with a 19-11 season, 11-2 in district play. They're one game ahead of South San heading into the final game of the regular season. And if the Harlandale Indians can win tonight, they will be the 28-5A outright district champions. If the Indians falter tonight, if the McCollum Cowboys are able to pull a win out here tonight, then we'll have to stand by to see how South San did against Southside, and let you know how that goes. At the very least, at the very worst, the Harlandale Indians will have already earned a share of the 28-5A championship. But if you know anything, if you've competed at all, or if you know anything about folks who do compete, I think that without question, they'd rather not share that crown. Even though the Indians have earned a share at the very least of a district championship, I'm sure they're going to put it all on the line here tonight and try to claim that outright. Coach De Los Santos, let me finish by saying that he's in his sixth year as the Harlandale High School head coach. 4 playoff appearances that he has led his Indians to, 4 20-win seasons, and he's 1 win away from his 5th win season, and we'll see how that goes. The Harlandale Indians have averaged 62.5 points in district play this year. They've given up 52 points to the opponents in district play. So the Indians like a little higher tempo than McCollum. Expect the Indians to seek out a 60-point per game tempo. The McCollum Cowboys like to play with a little less tempo than that. We'll see. We'll see which team determines the tempo tonight. A quick update from the Harlandale girls basketball game, the bi-district game at the Alamo Convocation Center tonight. The Harlandale Indian girls were the 4th seed in 28-5A, and they're playing Jefferson, who was the district champion over there. About halftime, and Jefferson has a 22-11 lead over Harlandale in that game. You are going to watch, and you're watching high school sports here on the RC Audio. On the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. Don't go away.
Doing hair is an art, and I take great pride in it. I love my job. I opened my original hair salon on this side of town 26 years ago, and I still have some of the same clients. My location at Brooks is a dream come true. This is the right time and the right place to start a business at Brooks. The South Side is growing so much.
What makes Brooks so attractive to business owners is the environment. Employees can live, work, learn, and play all in one area. The South San Antonio Chamber of Commerce is a cheerleader for businesses in and around Brooks, and we have a lot to be excited about. We're beginning to erase the economic gap between North and South San Antonio while still retaining our unique culture. Brooks is bringing economic prosperity to our side of town, and it's happening so quickly that the data is still catching up. Entrepreneurship is booming on the South Side. There's no limit to what can happen here.
Live from the Southside Magazine is a Latina-owned online and print publication that helps residents and visitors learn more about the South Side of San Antonio and all of Texas. Magazine features and columns support the local community by telling stories that promote people and businesses. Our goal is to expand community relationships and give Southside San Antonio residents an opportunity to express themselves. Learn more at southsidesanantonio.com.
The perfect match. It's what so many of us are looking for. When it comes to getting a mortgage, how can you find the one that's perfect for you? Start with your local independent mortgage broker. Because the only way to get a mortgage that's cheaper, faster, and easier is to talk to us first. Find your perfect mortgage match. Call us today.
Finding the right home is hard. Now finding the right realtor, that's the easy part. Vanessa G. Medina with Proper Realty will work hard to help you find the right home for you and your family. Contact Vanessa today and let Proper Realty help you find your dream home.
What notes?
honoring our nation and flag with some homegrown talent there. Some talented kids here at Harlandale High School and throughout Harlandale ISD. Always great to have one of the Harlandale students singing the national anthem live. Starting lineups for the McCollum Cowboys. Number 2 comes off the bench, Isidro Guajardo. Number 3 is Jeremiah Zurita. Number 4, Donovan Mancha. He's a senior playing his last game in the green and gold. And number 33 is Jazzarus Villarreal, a sophomore. And the 5th starter for the McCollum Cowboys is number 35, also a senior, Marius Castle. And there you have the starters for the for both squads for the McCollum Cowboys. Isidro Guajardo, Jeremiah Zurita, Donovan Mancha, Jazzarus Villarreal, and Amarius Castle. Amarius Castle and Donovan Mancha are seniors on this club. And the tip will go to McCollum. The Harlandale Indians will start Saxon Langenberg. Speaking of, a quick steal there, over and back to Pedro, off the glass and good. Pedro Valenzuela and Xavier Moreno. Jimmy Dominguez and Roger Dominguez will start for the Indians. A quick start, a steal, and a basket for Harlandale to start off. Donovan tries to get in the lane. He's going to get a quick foul. It's going to be Saxon who's called for it. And another steal for the Indians. Roger Dominguez goes way up for it, up and under, draws some contact, no whistle. The Indians with the board. It's Pedro, kicks it out to Roger. Saxon will take it into the lane, over to Jimmy. He'll try the lane himself, tries to get it over to Pedro. Hands in the paint. McCollum comes out with it. Donovan Mancha, left corner, shot fake, baseline drive. Xavier Moreno says, not in my neighborhood. So the Cowboys inbound from underneath their basket. Donovan again into the lane by Xavier, off the backboard and in, all tied up to a piece. That was Donovan Mancha with the basket. Saxon tries his luck with the drive to the basket. The Cowboys do a good job of denying him any proximity. Out of bounds off the Cowboys. The Indians inbounding under their basket. Roger Dominguez, he likes that shot. He likes this. He likes that bucket, and three-pointer for Roger and Harlandale. Donovan again, baseline drive. He's here to play. A little running jumper for Donovan. 5-4. Indians lead this early in the first quarter here. It's a Frontier Bowl on the hardwood. So the Cowboys look to be in a little bit of a man defense. denying entry into the paint. Saxon, Jimmy Dominguez exchange across the top of the key. Saxon, Pedro not ready for that pass. Maybe a little bit too much zing on it. Pedro will back up. Roger has trouble finding the handle. He's back into the lane. Off to Xavier. Oh, nice defense. Ezra's Virial, the sophomore for McCollum, will knock that away. Xavier Moreno, left corner, no good. Saxon with a board. He's going up. He gets contact. He'll have 2 shots coming. Number 4, the official says. Number 4 for McCollum is Donovan Mancha. So number 4 for McCollum with 1 foul. Number 4 for Harlandale. Saxon Langenberg with 1 foul. Langenberg is good on his first free throw. Fouled in the act of shooting, so he's got 2 coming. Misses on the second one, out of bounds. Stay right here, the official says. So with a 2-point lead in the ball, the Harlandale Indians will inbound from their baseline. It's Saxon who draws the inbounding duties. 4 straight across the baseline for the Indians. A couple of screens, and over the top, Pedro Valenzuela will take the entry pass. Back into Pedro. Boy, he's tough to stop in there. He kicks it out. Jimmy, nice closeout by the Cowboys. Unable to get a good look at the bucket. He's called for a travel. So ball goes over. Great defense again. Number 33 for the McCollum Cowboys is Jazris Virial, a sophomore. Jazris has gotten most of the minutes after Enrique Torres was injured earlier in the season, and his services no longer available to the Cowboys. It's been Jazris that has taken most of those minutes. Done a good job. He's a sophomore. Step back at 3. Jeremiah Zurita feeling it. Top of the key. The Cowboys take their first lead of the ball game. That's Pedro with his back to the basket. Marius playing some good defense on him. And the Cowboys almost come up with the steal. Saxon to Pedro back inside. Boy, a lot of hands in there. Great defense by the Cowboys, out of bounds on Harlandale. Pedro unable to convert. So the Cowboys certainly have done their share of scouting here. Pedro is he's a tough player to defend off the block. He's drawing a lot of Cowboy defense when he gets there with the ball. Zurita out in front. He draws Saxon Langenberg on defense. Oh, might have gotten away with a little double dribble there. A moot point as the basket is no good. Jimmy Dominguez comes up with it. Pedro, a little step there to the basket. Out, across. Saxon for a 3. Short, no good. And Marius Castle just cannot find the handle on that. We'll have our first substitutions for McCollum. Number 23 is John Paul Fisher, a freshman new to the varsity lineup. So he'll enter the game for Marius Castle. Saxon over the top. Just a touch pass shot for Pedro Valenzuela, and the Indians will regain the lead. Donovan Mancha, boom. A 3-pointer. The Indians are setting up their offense to the free throw line. Pedro, a little Don Nelson bounce. We're all tied up at 10. Pedro Valenzuela with a 15-footer. Little nice jumper from the free throw line. Jeremiah Zurita, ball handling duties way behind the arc, a little bit long. The Cowboys with the board out from the left corner. Basket, give that one to Jazris Virial, the sophomore. So 13-10 is the score here for the Cowboys lead. Approaching the 3-minute mark in the first quarter. It's a Frontier Bowl on the hardwood court. It's a good one. A 360. Pedro fouled on the shot. Likes it. Good. And one opportunity for the senior Valenzuela. That one is called on John Paul Fisher, his first foul. Second team foul for the Cowboys. So an and one opportunity here for Pedro after he was fouled on that 5-footer. An opportunity to tie. The and one is good. The game is tied. A little long, Jazzra says. Zurita takes another shot. He's feeling it right in front of the Harlandale bench, and Zurita nails another three. The Cowboys take a 3-point lead at 16-13. The McCollum Cowboys with the lead at 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. You're watching High School Sports on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. Don't go away.
When you belong to a place as much as it belongs to you, you call it home. A place to gather, entertain, and make memories near shops, restaurants, and green spaces. A place to raise a family and grow. Life is good here and getting better. And at Brooks, we are just getting started. Live Brooks.
And we are back live at the beautiful Harlandale High School Gymnasium on the campus of Harlandale High School. Jeremiah Zurita has just hit a three for the Cowboys, and the Cowboys leading now 16-13. A timeout by Coach De Los Santos to get a couple of things squared away, and the Cowboys will extend their man defense. A token defense here as they back up with the ball. Look like they may have moved into a full court man defense, but they're going to back up just a little bit. Cross dribble, can't do it in front of Isidro Guajardo. A steal for Isidro. Zurita into the lane, to the block. Saxon will knock that away, come up with a steal. He's looking for some early offense, and 360 can't get there. Pedro Valenzuela is going to foul Isidro Guajardo. Probably a good thing there, as the Cowboys clearly were going to have numbers against the Indians in the fast break. The coach De Los Santos for the Indians' first substitution, Sal Guillen, will enter the ballgame. And I missed also Noel Serna, who came in after the timeout. So Noel Serna, Sal Guillen, both in the on the court for the Indians now. Back and forth. The Cowboys end up with the basketball after that back and forth play there. Looked like a pinball. Donovan, baseline all the way across. Zurita takes a look, doesn't like it. He's going to come back to Donovan, right corner. It's up, no good. All white jerseys around that board. And Roger Dominguez comes up with it. He's looking for early offense. Short off the rim there, no good. And we're under 2 minutes. Pedro playing safety. Interception, steal, going back the other way. Ill-advised pass there for the Cowboys. Got a little bit anxious, thought they might have had a fast break. Pedro playing the free safety back here. Pedro at the top of the key. The Cowboys will back up away from him, challenge him to take that shot. Sal Guillen just entered the game. A basket for him, a three-pointer. We're all tied up again, 16 apiece. Isidro Guajardo unable to convert on that layup. He's going to try one from a little further away, and he hits that one from the right corner. A three-pointer for Isidro Guajardo. His first points of the game. Under a minute in the first quarter here. Pedro's going to dribble back in. A lot of strength there, and he's denied a good look. Donovan Mancha with the board. Zurita out in front. Back to Mancha, top of the key. The Cowboys say, let us set, let us set. Another long three. Jazzrus Virial hits that one. The Cowboys open up a 6-point lead, 6 points for Jazzrus, and a 6-point lead for the Cowboys, the biggest lead of the game for either team. Pedro tries a baseline. The Cowboys close out on him. Jimmy Dominguez is going to call for a charge. Jonathan LaGuardia anticipating that drive, and Jimmy Dominguez called for the charge. Third team foul for Harlandale. 2 team fouls for McCollum. 20 seconds to play here in the first quarter of play. The McCollum Cowboys out in front at 22-16. The Cowboys in no hurry, not looking for any early offense here. Might be looking for that last shot. Double teams, Zurita draws. Boy, I don't know how he got that one through, and he didn't. Pedro Valenzuela comes up with it. Boy, that was going to be a Patrick Mahomes type pass if he got that through all that defense. Looked like he may have been able to do that. Jonathan Longoria got his hands on it, but just couldn't find the handle. The Indians come up with it. So the Indians will get another opportunity here in the first quarter, down by 6, 7, almost 8 seconds left to play. Sal again over to Pedro. Pedro's looking for something a little closer. He's going to move it across the lane. Xavier Moreno is there on the left block. Give the assist to Pedro. The basket to Xavier. Count the basket, the official says. So 22-18, 1.5 seconds to play, and Xavier Moreno has an opportunity to close the deficit to 3. Pedro tries to get it back up as Xavier missed his free throw. We've got a good one. We knew it was going to be a good one. We told you so. You're watching high school sports on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. The McCollum Cowboys lead the Indians 22-18. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Live from the Southside Magazine is a Latina-owned online and print publication that helps residents and visitors learn more about the South Side of San Antonio and all of Texas. Magazine features and columns support the local community by telling stories that promote people and businesses. Our goal is to expand community relationships and give Southside San Antonio residents an opportunity to express themselves. Learn more at southsidesanantonio.com.
And we bring you back live to the beautiful Harlandale High School gymnasium. We've had 1 quarter of play here tonight in the final game of the boys' district season. The McCollum Cowboys lead this one 22-18 after 1 quarter. Noel Serna from the right corner. The Indians come up with the board. Pedro gets the tip from Xavier Moreno, and he's going to reset. Donovan draws defense on Pedro. Pedro over to Sal Guillen into the lane. Don Nelson bounce for Sal Guillen in the basket. So the Indians close the deficit down to 2. As Donovan Mancha comes across the timeline, Sal Guillen draws defense there. The Indians switching on screens, going under. Lucky to hold on to that one. Kind of bobbled it just a little bit. The Donovan Mancha baseline, and what do we got? A block. Sal Guillen not there in time. Donovan Mancha likes that baseline drive. He's been there a couple of times. The basket is good for Donovan. The charge or the block against Sal Guillen. So Donovan gets an opportunity for an and one here with the 4-point lead. And he nails it. Make it a 5-point lead for McCollum early in the second quarter here. Noel Serna penetrating the McCollum Cowboys with a very compact defense. Not a whole lot of room in the paint. Pedro's going to try again. A kick out to Saxon. Saxon finds Xavier. And Xavier gets somebody up in the air, and it's a foul. Still not yet in the bonus. Pedro was not shooting, so the Indians will inbound. That's Sal, I beg your pardon, Jonathan Lagoria is called for that foul. It's his first foul of the game, the 5th team foul for the McCollum Cowboys. Xavier Moreno is going to get a break. Looked like it was Roger Dominguez who gets back on the court for the Indians. Lob pass at the arc. Over to Noel Serna. Oh, a little bit of hold. No whistle. Cowboys get away with one there. Flick from the back. Noel Serna, maybe a frustration foul for Noel, as he feels like he was held over there underneath the basket. Comes back and gets called for a foul. Jimmy Dominguez comes back in for Noel Serna. Cowboys, Zurita, he wears number 3 on his jersey, and he can hit the 3 as well. So a big bucket for McCollum, a 28-20 lead for them, and that is the biggest lead of the game. I was getting a text here from the Harlandale Indians girls basketball game. I'll give you an update in just a second. Pedro and the Cowboys try to get a charge, and they don't. Pedro kicks out. It's Salguin. He can hit that. Not this time. Jimmy Dominguez with the board. The Indians doing a great job on the offensive boards with second chances and such. And Zurita this time is fouled. Zurita this time is called for the foul. Salguin is fouled on that play. So 16 fouls for McCollum. It is the Harlandale Indians are at the ACC tonight playing the Jefferson Mustangs. Harlandale is the 4th seed. The girls are the 4th seed. Jefferson the champ. And I'm being told I don't have a time on this, but Harlandale is up 35-34. We're in the second half for sure because the last score that I gave you was at halftime. So the Indians up 35-34 at ACC. Pedro inside, hard to stop. And they don't stop him that time. So Pedro now 11 points, double digits already with 5 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. The Cowboys like that 3, and Zurita's been pretty good at it tonight, so why not try that one? That was about a 25-footer. 360, Roger Dominguez off the glass, no good. Cowboys can't control the rebound, so the Indians will maintain possession. Again, 35-34, the Harlandale girls basketball team right now momentarily ahead of the Jefferson Mustangs at the Alamo Convocation Center. That's a bi-district ball game going on over there. Zurita almost steals that pass. Comes up, Jimmy comes up with it. Pedro Valenzuela, you don't see him shoot too many threes. Just off the mark on that one. Roger Dominguez and Donovan Mancha. Brian Sotelo in the game now for McCollum. Donovan from about 26 feet away. And that one goes for about 25 feet. A little bit short. Baseline drive, kick out. Jimmy finds a lane, kicks out again. Salguin, right corner, long. Pedro board, off the glass, good. 28-24, the McCollum Cowboys lead. And if the Indians have an advantage anywhere so far in this game, it is off those offensive boards. They've gotten quite a few second chances here tonight. Got a timeout that is called. We got a timeout that's called on the floor. I think it's the McCollum Cowboys who have called it. This is Mason Sanchez with me tonight. Exactly right, Mason. Thank you very much.
Playing with rockets is great when you're a kid. But when it's time to get a mortgage, you quickly realize that a rocket is complicated and expensive. It's best to work with an independent mortgage broker instead. They're dedicated to getting you a home loan faster and more affordably. And they're more than just mortgage experts. They live right in your own neighborhood, so you don't have to go it alone. For mortgages that are faster, easier, and more affordable, find a local independent mortgage broker near you.
And we're back at the beautiful Harlandale High School gymnasium. The McCollum Cowboys leading this one with 3 minutes and 57 seconds left to play in the second quarter. A timeout there by Coach Alvarado wants to fix some of the offense up just a little bit. The Indians have extended their defense now, still playing man, but they're playing man across that entire half court. Sal Guillen on Zurita, not giving him any space at all. Pedro closes out as well. Zurita out there, Sal Guillen behind his back. A little runner off the baseline, long. Roger Dominguez with the board. Little shuffle out in front. Sal Guillen assesses in, kicks out. Lucky to keep the possession of that one. Pedro Valenzuela goes out to help Sal just a little bit. Pedro on Marius in the lane, 360. Jimmy tries to find himself. Really couldn't find that square after that 360. Contact, no whistle. Here we go in the lane. Jimmy with the steal. Roger Rodriguez out in front. He's going to go by himself. He's going to draw contact. Was it? Yeah, 2 shots. 2 shots is coming. So he was fouled on the shot. It was a little bit hard to tell from here. The official holds 2 fingers up in the air. Fouled in the act of shooting. Roger Dominguez going to the line. And that was a 7th team foul for McCollum either way. So the Indians in the bonus. They'll be shooting free throws on every whistle from here on out here in the first half. Roger Dominguez closes the gap to 3. 28-25 is the lead for McCollum. 4 points for Roger here tonight. We were talking about tempo before the game. The Indians like to be in that 60-point tempo range. Cowboys a little bit more comfortable in the 50s, and this one is kind of favoring the quicker tempo that the Indians like here. Roger unable to convert on that second free throw. So, almost in the lane there, Roger Dominguez again. Cowboys with a lob pass, almost gave that one away. Zurita draws Xavier Moreno's defense. Amarius inside, Pedro way up. He's going to get another steal. Out to Jimmy on the left sideline. Jimmy will look to get to the block. He finds Xavier inside. Xavier over to Pedro. Pedro maybe not have been ready for that. And the Cowboys almost throw that ball away again. What do we got? It's a charge. Pedro Valenzuela. He anticipated Brian Sotelo. Brian Sotelo kind of gave that penetration away from the arc, and Pedro Valenzuela anticipated that, got himself in position, and he draws the charge. Brian Sotelo is going to take a break here, and number 5 for the McCollum Cowboys is freshman Jordan Alvarado Hidrogo. He's going to draw some quick defensive duty here on Roger. Roger looking for Pedro at the elbow, and Saxon unable to convert on the layup. Jimmy Dominguez with the board, can't hang on, out of bounds. Harlandale. So Harlandale pulls back to about a 3/4 court, a little bit of a zone 1-3-1 zone press here. We'll see what happens after the Cowboys get into the half court. Donovan Mancha gets a look, takes it off the mark. Saxon Langenberg with the board. And the Cowboys quickly back on defense. Indians looking for some early offense. Gabriel Garcia misses the 3-point attempt. Zurita, who's hit a few. Donovan takes a look, goes in. Oh, Pedro again draws another charge. So Pedro back-to-back charge draws, if you will, on McCollum's possession. So that's some excellent defense by Pedro Valenzuela. Sal Guillen comes back into the ball game for the Indians. We're approaching the 1 minute mark here in the second quarter. Gabriel Garcia will back up. He likes to shoot the three as well. He's going to go to the lane, and he draws a lot of contact. Let's see what it is. One official says travel. The other one, I think, was going to call a foul, but I'm going to side with that travel. Looked a little bit more like a travel than a foul to me. Under a minute. Cowboys with the ball. Cowboys with the lead. Second quarter here. Frontier Bowl on the hardwood. Way across. Zurita Pedro Valenzuela closes out. Donovan a little bit out of range. Gabriel Garcia draws the defense. Donovan to the hole, no good. Some contact, no whistle. Roger Dominguez looking for some early offense. Baseline drive. He's going to kick out. Donovan anticipates another steal for Mancha. "15 seconds to go here. Donovan wants to isolate a step back three. He falls to the floor. No whistle. Wanted a foul call there. Saxon with 4 kicks out to Gabriel Garcia. Oh, he is fouled from that right corner. Zurita says, me? And the official says, yep. Kind of far away for me to really have an opinion on that one, but Gabriel Garcia did go up for the three from the right corner, and looked like there was a little bit of contact, so fouled in the act of shooting 3 shots, and Gabriel Garcia at the line. No time on the clock. I don't know if they're gonna put 0.4 seconds back up on the clock. (28-25) is the score. The McCollum Cowboys out in front here as we are approaching halftime at the Harlandale High School gym. Gabriel Garcia a little bit long on that, so the Indians will not be able to tie the game. They won't be able to go to the dressing room. The Indians tied, and the Cowboys are assured of hitting the dressing room here at halftime with the lead. Gabriel Garcia with the second shot, and that one is good. He's got one more coming. 0.4 seconds, boy, that's almost impossible to get an inbounds and a shot off of that. We'll see how this plays out. Coach Del Santos taking some of the players off the floor that he doesn't want to be called for a cheap foul here with 0.4 seconds left to play. And Gabriel Garcia, good for 2 of 3 of those free throws, 0.4 seconds. The Cowboys will inbound. That's going to be a tough task. Donovan tries, a little bit short. That was about an 82-footer. So we go to halftime here from the beautiful gym at Harlandale High School. The Cowboys leading this Frontier Bowl on the hardwood court by a score of 28-27. Mason Sanchez is going to tell you. You're exactly right. Thank you, Mason.
It started in 2019 with Texas Revolution Youth Football and Cheer. It was inspired by my sister, my late sister, Patricia Galaxy Mora. She had passed away. Before she had passed away, we had conversations about starting my own organization. Right now, our actual motivation is to get these kids to the next level as far as getting ready for middle school and high school football. Our plan for Texas Revolution is not only teaching them the fundamentals of football and cheer, but it's also teaching them how to be great young men and women, providing for the city south side, and also raising them right. No pass, no play. Being here and being very respectful to their coaches, to their moms, their dads, their guardians. And that's what we strive for, is to raising the next generation of athletes, but also great men and women too as well. Look us up on Facebook too as well for any questions or any concerns that you may have as well.
When we got a look at the gorgeous historic Hangar 9, we knew it was the perfect place for our wedding. It provided the blank canvas we needed to plan our dream wedding, and it fit our 370 guests easily. We had family come to Brooks from all over the world. We booked over 60 rooms at the Embassy Suite. It meant a lot to have our wedding at such an important historic landmark.
Revitalizing former military buildings helps us preserve our history, like the Air Force Officers Club, which is becoming Southerly Coast and Comfort. People from all over San Antonio will be able to sit back and enjoy a meal in the exact place where history unfolded. Nearby, the former Air Force Chapel will be transformed into an exciting restaurant concept. I think His Excellence is committed to preserving their past while creating opportunities for their future.
Finding the right home is hard. Now finding the right realtor, that's the easy part. Vanessa G. Medina with Proper Realty will work hard to help you find the right home for you and your family. Contact Vanessa today and let Proper Realty help you find your dream home.
All right, we are here at the beautiful Harlandale High School gymnasium with my partner here this evening. It's Mason Sanchez. Give us the readout here, Mason.
You are watching high school sports on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel.
Exactly right. Mason was here today a little bit early as we were setting up, and he asked if he could help, and it was a great help, and then asked if he could sit at the table with us here tonight. So he is here sitting at the table with us. So thank you very much, Mason, for all your help. Again, what was your favorite part of setting up here today?
Carrying the briefcases was like a workout.
Oh, carrying the briefcases like a workout indeed. Yes, it was like a workout. I appreciate Mason Sanchez helping me out with that workout. We're at halftime here at the beautiful gym at Harlandale High School. The McCollum Cowboys up 28-27, about 5 minutes left in halftime. We're going to introduce you again to some of our sponsors. And one more time, Mason, for everybody out there.
You are watching high school sports on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel.
You are indeed. And we'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Started in 2019 with Texas Revolution Youth Football and Cheer. It was inspired by my sister, my late sister, Patricia Galaxy Mora. She had passed away. Before she had passed away, we had conversations about starting my own organization. Right now, our actual motivation is to get these kids to the next level as far as getting ready for middle school and high school football. Our plan for Texas Revolution is not only teaching them the fundamentals of football and cheer, but it's also teaching them how to be great young men and women, providing for the city south side, and also raising them right. No pass, no play. Being here and being very respectful to their coaches, to their moms, their dads, their guardians. And that's what we strive for, is to raising the next generation of athletes, but also great men and women too as well. Look us up on Facebook too as well for any questions or questions.
Devin DeLuda, a cheerleader here at Harlandale High School, trying to get the crowd going. A talented cheerleader he is. He's asking the crowd to help him out here just a little bit. He's going to try again. Devin DeLuna, we're with you. little halftime entertainment for you from one of the talented members of the Harlandale High School cheer squad, Devin DeLuna, showing us that it takes a lot of dedication. So we appreciate his spirit. We appreciate all the work that he puts into his craft, Devin DeLuna. We're at halftime here at the Harlandale High School Gymnasium, the beautiful Harlandale High School Gymnasium here on the campus of Harlandale High School. The McCollum Cowboys out in front of the Harlandale Indians, 28 to 27. We're at halftime. This is the final game of the district season for the boys. The girls, of course, are already in their by-district, already in the playoffs, playing their by-district ball games yesterday and today. The McCollum Cowboys survived the first round and will play in the second round of the playoffs. A big win for the McCollum Cowboys girls basketball team yesterday against the Highlands Owls. I was informed that that was the first time that McCollum had won a first round playoff game since 2003. So it's been 20 years since the McCollum girls basketball team have won a district championship, 20 years since they've made it to the second round. But what a team Coach Lopez has assembled over there, and they are ready to play in the second round here as soon as they figure out who their opponent is. Again, we're about a minute and a half from the third quarter. You're watching High School Sports on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We will be right back. Okay. Stay with us on RC Audio Sports, the YouTube channel. Okay. And indeed, stay with us on RC Audio Sports, the YouTube channel. The video there by J-Rod Videography, Justin Rodriguez. And J-Rod Videography, if you've got some videography needs, Justin Rodriguez is your guy. Hype video, scouting video, quinceanera, wedding, an event that you would like to put on video, Justin Rodriguez can do it. JRod24 is his name on Instagram. You can find him or reach out to us. We'll put you in touch. Great job, Justin Rodriguez, with all of his videos, and we appreciate his support. We're in the third quarter now. The Cowboys with the inbounds, but all for naught as the Indians come up with the steal. Pedro to the hole, no good. Again, another board for the Cowboys, and Amarius knocks that one back away from Saxon. And the Cowboys out there in front. Lots of defense. A whistle. What do we got? Jump ball. Arrow pointing to the Indians. So number 2, Isidro Guajardo for McCollum, drawing a lot of defense there as he dribbled into the corner. And the Cowboys just converged on him. He didn't have a whole lot of options there. A jump ball as the Indians tie him up. (28 to 27), third quarter. Neither team has scored yet. A little bit of a 1-2-1-1 press for the Cowboys. They have possession of it momentarily. Have to give it up. Pedro Valenzuela to Jimmy. Xavier comes around, back over to Roger. He likes that shot. A little bit short this time. Amarius will tip it over to Jasris Virial, and we got a whistle. We got a timeout. I think we've got a little minor injury over here, a little bit out of our sight line. The official making sure that everything is okay. That was a McCollum Cowboy that was hobbled. And again, out of our sight line, I'm not really sure who that was, but the Cowboys with the possession of the ball and the very alertly call the timeout. So we're going to take a timeout with them. Once again, Mason Sanchez, let us know what we're doing.
You are watching High School Sports on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel.
You certainly are. We'll be right back.
Finding the right home is hard. Now finding the right realtor, that's the easy part. Vanessa G. Medina with Proper Realty will work hard to help you find the right home for you and your family. Contact Vanessa today and let Proper Realty help you find your dream home.
Back live now after a McCollum Cowboy timeout. Neither team has scored in the first minute of the third quarter. The Cowboys holding on to a 28-27 lead that they took into the dressing room with them. Isidro Guajardo, a little 12-footer, nothing but net. The Cowboys draw first blood here in the third quarter, a 3-point lead for McCollum, 30-27. Saxon a little bit long with the pass. Jazzers Virial in the right spot, right time, left corner. Nothing but air on that one for the Cowboys. The Indians quickly down the court. Jimmy across to Pedro. Pedro to Saxon. Right corner. He hasn't taken many threes, if any, yet tonight. And he nails that one. Boom for Saxon. 30-30. We're all tied up. Jimmy Dominguez steps in front of the pass intended for Isidro Guajardo. Out of bounds on Jimmy Dominguez, so the Cowboys will inbound. Isidro Guajardo, who was the target of the pass, will inbound. Donovan draws some defense there by Roger Dominguez. Roger says, hey, remember, I'm here in the corner. He's going to draw a double all the way across. Pedro over to Roger. Can they convert here? Got some numbers. Pedro glass basket. Good. Let's give the assist to Roger Dominguez, and the Indians have their first lead in a minute or two. 32-30 is the score. Got a timeout on the floor. It is McCollum who has called this one. And once again, we're going to take a break with the teams. You are watching high school sports on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel.
Live from the Southside Magazine is a Latina-owned online and print publication that helps residents and visitors learn more about the South Side of San Antonio and all of Texas. Magazine features and columns support the local community by telling stories that promote people and businesses. Our goal is to expand community relationships and give Southside San Antonio residents an opportunity to express themselves. Learn more at southsidesanantonio.com.
And we're back live from Harlandale High School. The Indians have regained the lead here. Haven't had the lead since early in the second quarter. We're in the third quarter now. And McCollum gets the ball into their front court. Isidro off the glass. Marius with the board, kicks it quickly out to Donovan, and Isidro will reset the offense for McCollum. Man defense. Roger Dominguez out in front with the steal, coast to coast. Roger is stealing the basket. The Indians with a 4-point lead. Back in the half court, Donovan tries to cross on Roger. Roger gets down there. Got a timeout. Coach De Los Santos has called it. While Roger Dominguez had possession of the ball on the floor, we're taking a timeout with them. You're watching high school sports on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel.
The perfect match. It's what so many of us are looking for. When it comes to getting a mortgage, how can you find the one that's perfect for you? Start with your local independent mortgage broker. Because the only way to get a mortgage that's cheaper, faster, and easier is to talk to us first. Find your perfect mortgage match. Call us today.
And we're back live at Harlandale High School. We've got an update from Fidel Romero, who is out at Paul Taylor Gym watching the South San girls play against Sam Houston. It's very early. Tip-off time over there was 7 p.m. and South San with an early lead, 12-7. Very physical game, Fidel says. Raven leads Bobcats in scoring with 5 points. But again, very, very early in the game, South San out to a lead, 12-7. That's a by-district game. South San, the third seed for 28-5A. Sam Houston, the second seed for 27-5A. Back here at Harlandale High School, it's the Frontier Bowl on the hardwood court. The Indians have gained the lead, now a 4-point lead for Harlandale and the ball. Saxon over to Pedro. Pedro swing it across to Xavier, and they'll move it around. Pedro posts up. Saxon doesn't like the look. Roger from the top of the key. Zurita playing closely guarded by the Zurita. Kicks it out. Jimmy Dominguez. Saxon will rescue him. Screen by Pedro. And Pedro Valenzuela called for travel. I think he thought he was going to draw some contact from Donovan, and Donovan pulled away from him, and Pedro got caught with the ball and got called for a travel. So Zurita tries to set the offense for McCollum. Saxon Langenberg not giving him a whole lot of room, and Xavier Moreno tries to get a hand in there. He's called for some contact, a hold. Xavier Moreno called for the foul. First foul for Xavier, first team foul for either team. We're already at the 4-minute mark of the third quarter, and that's the first team foul for either team. Jimmy Dominguez almost gets a hand in the lane, and just enough to make it tough. Xavier with the steal. Pedro looking down. He's going to go all the way to the block off the glass. No good. Boy, that was a tough shot. Isidro Gajardo with a board, and the Cowboys look for early offense. Donovan with the ball. He's going to go into the lane, and he's going to draw a foul. Xavier Moreno will be called for that foul. It'll be his second foul, second team foul. And unfortunate for those rooting for the Indians, because I think Pedro Valenzuela had set himself up perfectly to take another charge. Xavier Moreno gets called for the foul before Donovan can get there. So he was obviously fouled in the act of shooting, not in the bonus yet. So he's got 2 shots, misses on the first one. A little frustrated with himself. Donovan Mancha, a very good free throw shooter. And 50% on this trip to the free throw line. So 34-31, it's the Indians with the lead. A 1-2-2 full court press, trapping press for the Cowboys to get it across. Noel Serna, left corner, boom for Noel. 37-31, the Indians with the lead. Cedro Gajardo steps back, baseline drive. The Cowboys will try to answer. The off the mark is Jazzarus, and Roger Dominguez out quickly with the basketball. Baseline drive, kick out again. Jimmy Dominguez this time, left corner. A lot of iron. Saxon way up there for the board. Off the glass, no good. Gets his own miss. Back up, a lot of contact, no whistle. And that one's going to go off McCollum. Donovan Mancha thinks that he may have drawn some contact. The official doesn't see it exactly the same way, and that the ball will go to the Indians. Pedro, tip, touch, pass, shot. Saxon with the assist from out of bounds. Pedro with a basket, 39-31 is the score. The Indians with the lead. Zurita from way downtown. We're going to call that out of town. Jeremiah Zurita from out of town. He's good. 39-34. Pedro Valenzuela drawing a little more defense out behind the arc than he was in the early going. Noel Serna might have had a look, changes his mind into Jimmy. Jimmy can't handle it. Ball goes over. Here comes Zurita. He's looking down court. He's got Isidro, but doesn't go there. Into the paint. Jimmy changes his mind. Jonathan Longoria at the block. Isidro from the left corner, no good. And Jonathan Longoria tips it over to Zurita into the lane. Got some contact. And one. The basket is good. Pedro Valenzuela called for the foul. Jeremiah Zurita did a great job of drawing contact there. He knew he was going to draw contact, adjusted himself so that he could still take that shot. Makes the bucket, gets the free throw opportunity. And Jimmy Dominguez is going to come out for a little breather. In the ballgame for the Indians is Sal Guillen now. So Jeremiah Zurita. An and one for him, 13 points for Jeremiah Zurita. Averages 5 points a game, so he's way over his points per game average. 39-37, the Cowboys close the gap just a bit. Pedro, some contact. Saxon comes around, finds lane. Lots of contact. Boy, this is a physical ball game. If you're going to go to the basket, you better expect to draw a little bit of contact. Both teams playing some physical defense and really not giving any easy buckets to the other. Saxon is fouled. Saxon is fouled in the act of shooting. Isidro Guajardo is called for his third foul. So that's going to be key. Coach Alvarado for the Cowboys will have some decisions to make. Saxon hit his first free throw. He's got another one coming. And the senior is 2 for 2 on this trip. The Indians in a 1-3-1 zone. The Cowboys break it. Go back across to the backside block. Jonathan Longoria is there, and a quick bucket for the Cowboys against a 1-3-1 zone. Sal Guillen hands the ball off to Pedro, and Pedro does the same for Saxon. Saxon cross dribble, Pedro inside. Assist to Saxon, basket to Pedro Valenzuela. 19 points for Pedro Valenzuela tonight. Tries to cross, Sal Guillen gets his hands on it. Comes up with the ball. Right corner, Roger likes the shot. In line, too long. Saxon with the offensive board. Pedro Valenzuela takes a spill. Indians give him an opportunity to get back up. Reset, Noel Serna, Sal Guillen, 25-footer, short. Board goes to the Indians. Noel Serna again. Oh, a lot of contact, no whistle. He's off the mark. Here come the Cowboys looking for some early offense. 25 seconds to go. Roger Dominguez may have got his hand on it. Got a whistle. Away from the bucket. Number 1 for McCollum is called for the foul. Jonathan Longoria. His second foul of the game. Roger Dominguez is going to take a breather with 20 seconds left to go. Wait a minute. I'm not sure if he's coming off the court or not. No, he's just sitting up here in the front court. I thought Coach De Los Santos had called him out. Sal Guillen crosses the timeline. 14 seconds to go in the third quarter. 4-point lead for the Indians. Cowboys playing some tough defense. Roger crosses on Zurita. He's going to take a shot at the buzzer. Boy, that was a tough shot. Jonathan Longoria and Zurita playing some great defense there. Once again, we're going to let Mason Sanchez take us out.
You are watching High School Sports on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel.
You certainly are. We'll be right back.
Finding the right home is hard. Now finding the right realtor, that's the easy part. Vanessa G. Medina with Proper Realty will work hard to help you find the right home for you and your family. Contact Vanessa today and let Proper Realty help you find your dream home.
And we bring you back live to the beautiful Harlandale High School gymnasium on the campus of Harlandale High School. Got a couple of updates. Jefferson has defeated Harlandale girls in the by-district round of the playoffs. That is a final now, 61-46. The 27-5A district champs over the 4th seed Harlandale Indians in the by-district ball game. Over South San is playing Sam Houston girls at Paul Taylor, all tied up at the halftime, 22-22 there. It's 43-39 here. Donovan Mancha gets a first assignment, and he goes right to the hole, draws a foul, makes his bucket, and an and-one opportunity for Donovan Mancha. The foul was called against number 24, it says, Jimmy Dominguez. And Donovan converts on the and one opportunity. 43-42, a one-point game. Every time these two teams get on the court, you know it's going to be good. No surprise here. The Indians with the ball in a one-point lead. Jimmy was screened for Saxon to come around, back to the left corner. Jimmy's going to go to the hole, off the rim, no good. Board goes to the Cowboys, and Jonathan Longoria will hold possession. Donovan once again at the arc over to Zurita. Zurita backs up. Xavier Moreno draws a defensive assignment, and Donovan back to the block, kicks it out. Saxon Langenberg, I beg your pardon. Gets fouled on the shot. Saxon Langenberg with the steal. John Paul Fisher with the foul. Saxon will go to the line. 2 shots coming. Saxon misses on his first shot. Fidel Romero, who is at the South San Sam Houston game, tells us the physicality of this game continues on both sides for both teams. Raven leads with 5 points. South San up 20. South San and Sam Houston tied 22 apiece. That's a bi-district ball game on the girls' side of the ledger. Back here, Saxon Langenberg with his second free throw. He's good for 1 of 2 on that trip, and the Indians will increase the lead again to 2 points. Under 7 minutes. We're in the 4th quarter. Donovan at the elbow will turn and kick out. Long 3 from the right corner. John Paul Fisher a little bit off the mark on that one. Saxon Langenberg comes up with the ball. Boy, the fatigue is setting in. You can see the boys just really reaching down for their shorts. They're just giving everything that they've got on both sides of the court. This is a tough game. Pedro, baseline drive. Can't find the handle, off his leg, out of bounds. Cowboys ball. Zurita will run with Xavier. He's out in front. Stopped at the paint, and he's going to back up. Setting up the offense. Jonathan will go. John Paul Fisher at the block. Boy, he posts up. A nice little spin move by the freshman, John Paul Fisher. Late addition to this roster. We're all tied up. I would not be surprised to see Coach Alvarado go to that one again. Saxon Langenberg just kind of rolls his eyes there. A lot of contact all over, and but the officials have been very consistent with that. I think it's been a physical game all game long. Very consistent with what's allowable, what's not today. Lob entry pass to Pedro Valenzuela, all tied up, 44 apiece. Saxon over to Roger. Roger, no space, can't take that shot. Out to Jimmy Dominguez. Jimmy draws a double team. Roger, a little better look. Baseline behind the backboard. Back to Jimmy, little runner. And that one is good. Jimmy Dominguez with a 7-foot running J. Zurita into the lane. He stops his dribble. He's going to have to kick out. Top of the key. Boom, McCollum. 33 is Jazris Virial. So the Cowboys will take the lead for the first time since very early in this half. The Cowboys led at halftime. The Indians, Roger Dominguez, 25-footer, had to adjust his shot, probably there, out of bounds. The Cowboys went into the lead at halftime, went into the dressing room with the lead at halftime, and the Indians quickly took the lead in the third quarter. The Cowboys now with their first lead since very early in the third quarter. 47-46, they've got the ball. Donovan kicks out. Jazzarus gets another look. This was a little bit long. Back out to John Paul Fisher and Zurita. Zurita into the lane. Pedro will stop him. Running Jay. Cowboys in position. And Roger Dominguez called for the foul. Cowboys in pretty good position there. Roger, a little bit of push from behind. The officials caught it. And he's called for that one. Gabriel Garcia will enter the ballgame. Roger Dominguez, only one foul for him. 5 team fouls against the Indians, 3 for the Cowboys. Zurita, long entry pass. Donovan, left corner. Into the lane, draws a lot of defense. Garcia gets his hands on it. Pedro, oh my goodness. Pedro draws a lot of contact. Again, no whistle. Jimmy, pass fake, running Jay. Basket is good. The Indians now up with as we approach the 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Got a timeout on the floor. Coach Alvarado has called it. Once again, Mason, tell us what we're doing here.
You are watching high school sports on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel.
You are indeed. We're going to take a break with the teams, and we'll be right back.
Finding the right home is hard. Now finding the right realtor, that's the easy part. Vanessa G. Medina with Proper Realty will work hard to help you find the right home for you and your family. Contact Vanessa today and let Proper Realty help you find your dream home.
And we are back at the Harlandale High School gymnasium after Coach Alvarado has called a timeout to gather his troops and get the most out of this offensive possession. Every possession counts. They've counted all game long. It's been a close game all the way through. You'll be able to point to any one of the possessions and throughout the game as being crucial. And now with 4 minutes left to go, you know that every single possession will count. Bringing the ball in for the Cowboys, Jazzarus Virial to Zurita. Salguin draws a defensive assignment. Zurita into the block. Boy, they were going back to John Paul Fisher at the block. You know, that looked really good on a possession about 2 or 3 possessions ago. And not surprised that the Cowboys took another look at that one, but unable to connect on the pass, out of bounds, and the Indians now with the ball in the lead. Gabriel Garcia, right corner, ball is stuck. Jump ball, that'll be. The official says that, the arrow points to the Indians. The Indians are dropping back to play defense. The shot was lodged between the rim and the basket and the backboard. That's a jump ball. Arrow pointing to the Indians, and they'll bring it in from under their basket. A 1-point lead for Harlandale, under 4 minutes. Salguin into the paint, out to Pedro. Pedro tries to make an entry. Salguin gets a little closer. A running J for Sal. Boy, how did he do that? How did he do that? Great defense by McCollum, but to no avail. Zurita all the way to the glass himself. off the glass and in. Pedro thought he was going to draw another charge. He looks over to the official. The official says no. So Pedro Valenzuela, one-on-one. He gets tangled up there with Jonathan Longoria. Not sure if he was going up to the basket at the point. We'll see what the official says. I didn't see. Yeah, 2 shots coming, he says. So Jonathan was clearly making his move to the basket and got tangled up there. The officials determined that he was fouled in the act of shooting. Pedro will take 2 shots, and he's good on his first. Noel Serna will enter the ballgame. Gabriel Garcia will take a break. Jimmy Dominguez, Pedro Valenzuela, Sal Guillen, Saxon Langenberg in for the Indians. Jonathan Longoria, Donovan Mancha, Isidro Guajardo, John Paul Fisher, and Jeremiah Zurita in for the Cowboys. A 3-point lead now for Harlandale. We're under 3 minutes. We're in the 4th quarter. Zurita thinks he sees some baseline space. Back out to Jonathan Longoria long. And Sal Guillen up with the board. He does not have numbers. And the Indians are going to pull it out. Pedro wisely tells Sal Guillen to back up just a little bit. Let's set here. Looked like Sal was going to go 1-on-4 there for a minute. Jimmy Dominguez, a kick out. Saxon Langenberg, great vision. Pedro Valenzuela at the block, off the glass. And the Indians with a 5-point lead now here with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to play. John Paul Fisher, nice baseline cut, and Pedro Valenzuela, who has already drawn 2 charges, looking to draw a 3rd one here against John Paul Fisher. Again, it's a 50-50 call there. Pedro in a pretty good position there. The official says not in time. That's a block. And John Paul Fisher, the freshman, the late add to the McCollum roster here, he's at the line, and he's going to hit the first one. So the freshman is good for both of his free throws. A 3-point lead now for the Indians as we go under the 2-minute mark now. Sal Guillen out to Pedro. The senior will rescue a handoff to Saxon. He thinks he sees daylight to the glass basket. Saxon, you've seen him do it once or twice before in his 4-year career here for the varsity Harlandale Indians. Back to 5-point lead for Harlandale. Coach Alvarado says, timeout, we got to talk about this. The Indians the Cowboys looked a little discombobulated there on that possession. We're gonna keep it right here. We're not going anywhere. We're gonna keep it right here and talk about things. 1 minute and 33 seconds left to play. The Harlandale Indians with a 56-51 lead. It's the Cowboys with the ball. Coach Alvarado called a timeout as the Cowboys clearly out of sync on that possession as they were trying to set up the half-court offense. Again, crucial every possession now, and for the Cowboys especially with a 5-point deficit. Very, very crucial possessions for the Cowboys. And here, Coach Alvarado recognizing that, and he wants to pull his boys together and say, let's talk about this. Let's talk about what we do in these situations, and of course, looking forward as well. If we make, we do this. If we miss, we do that. So there's a lot of conversation. That's a full timeout, and Coach Alvarado and his staff are making full use of that timeout. A lot of information being conveyed there. Some of it on the whiteboard, a lot of it situational. And Zurita will go to the far sideline to inbound this. Coach De Los Santos holding his boys a little bit longer, maybe trying to be the last one with the chalk here, trying to see what the inbounds is going to look like. And the inbounds to Donovan. Donovan draws Saxon Langenberg, and they're going to switch on the screen. Sal Guillen, Donovan all the way to the hole. Oh, a little trip, little contact. The Indians will come up with a ball. Pedro getting trapped at the corner. He comes out of it. So Jimmy Dominguez now with the ball in the front court. A 5-point lead, 1:11 to go. Coach Alvarado says, come on out, we got a foul. And I'm going to have to step back on that. I'm not sure if Coach Alvarado was asking Donovan to extend his defense or if he was instructing him to foul. Whichever was the case, Donovan was called for the foul. Still not in the bonus. We'll see what Coach Alvarado wants him to do here. Nope, just tighten up on defense. He wants the Indians moving the ball around. Sal into the lane, kicks out. Jimmy Dominguez to Pedro. Pedro to Xavier. Out in front, dangerously close to the midcourt line. Jimmy Dominguez, a little bit of trouble. Sal Guillen draws a trap, and Donovan. Oh, the Cowboys come up with it. It's Isidro Guajardo kicking out. Zurita refixes himself. Step back, 3, no good. Donovan takes a shot from the other side. 3, no good. Jimmy Dominguez tips it to himself. Cowboys fighting for the possession. 25 seconds. Boy, what a game. What a game. Credit to these kids, man, just leaving it all on the court. Anytime these two teams play each other, man, you know, they just bring out the best of the other team. So Pedro Valenzuela, the inbounds, and the Cowboys may have to foul here. Baseline, Pedro gets fouled on the baseline. About 9 seconds off the clock there before the Cowboys can get that foul. Pedro Valenzuela will go to the line. Not sure if they're in the bonus. The scoreboard doesn't say that they are. Nope, the official says nope. Bring it in. One more. Still a foul away from being in the bonus. So no free throws yet. Next whistle will be the bonus. 16 seconds, a 5-point lead for the Indians. And Pedro Valenzuela draws a lot of contact by Jonathan. Whoa. And tempers flare just a little bit. Tempers flare just a little bit there. The coaches telling their kids, hey, use your head. Use your head. Just an intense atmosphere here, a rivalry that dates back to the 1960s. Seen a lot of Harlandale and McCollum games and a bunch of sports, and boy, it's just an intense rivalry. That's part of a part of what makes it so great. But sometimes it's hard to keep control of your emotions. The officials sorting this out, coming over to Coach Alvarado to explain things, and we're going to learn along with them what they've decided that situation was. Both coaches here, products of Harlandale ISD, Coach De Los Santos, Coach Alvarado, they understand the intensity of this rivalry. As we said before the game, the Coach De Los Santos and Coach Alvarado, their history goes back to as 7th graders playing against each other, so they know their rivalry. Eric wore the maroon and gold, and Marcus Alvarado wore the green and gold. So the best, who better to lead these boys? Great programs on both sides of Military Drive. Coach Alvarado will, and the McCollum Cowboys will miss the playoffs this year, but they'll be back. They'll be back. Last year, it was the Harlandale Indians who did not make the playoffs, but here they are playing for a district championship the very next year. Pedro off the mark here. 14 seconds to go. Zurita looking down court. It's going to take a miracle. Zurita off the glass, and that's the first part of the miracle. A three-pointer like that would be the first step in a miracle finish here. So Zurita is able to convert on a very early offense, a three-pointer. 8 seconds left to go. He's decreased the lead now by 2. The Indians, who had a 5-point lead just a couple of seconds ago, now tending to a 2-point lead with 8 seconds. The Indians will have the ball, and they'll be inbounding underneath their basket. Of course, it was a made basket, so the inbounder will be able to run the baseline. (56-54), the Frontier Bowl on the hardwood court. I mean, it did not take Nostradamus to know that this one was going to be a good one. You can throw the records out. It's a cliche, but as much as it is a cliche, it is a truism. You can throw the records out. You can throw the playoff situations out. You can throw it all out the window. When McCollum and Harlandale face each other, you can expect one whale of a ball game, and we've had one here tonight. Both teams just laying it all out on the line for this game. The Indians, as we said earlier, playing for an outright district championship. 8 seconds away from that. Between them and an outright district championship stand the McCollum Cowboys. Saxon running the baseline. He's able to pass it to Jimmy Dominguez. Out of bounds. Pedro Valenzuela gets fouled with 4.6 seconds left. I thought it was Pedro that got fouled. It's Xavier Moreno that got fouled. So it's Xavier Moreno going to the free throw line for the Indians. Xavier backing up and just thinking about it just a little bit. 2 points for Xavier tonight. He averages 5 points per game. He scored 2 already here. He has an opportunity at a couple more. It's a 1-and-1. And the first one, oh boy, that was a big shot. A 1-and-1, he misses that. It's a live ball. So that shot makes it a 3-point lead for Harlandale. And this is another big shot coming here for Xavier Moreno. A 3-point lead, of course. Do the math. McCollum can tie the game with a long buzzer-beating attempt here. And Xavier Moreno can deny them that opportunity by making it a 4-point ball game. Taking a deep breath. He knows what's at stake here. Xavier Moreno at the line. He hit the first free throw, a 3-point lead for the Indians. Xavier misses on the second mark. Bounces around. Oh, Zurita, toe on the line. Toe on the line. The official right on top of it. So 2 seconds to play now, out of bounds against McCollum. And Coach De Los Santos wants to make sure he gets this one right. You are watching high school sports on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. Don't go away. We got a big finish coming.
The perfect match. It's what so many of us are looking for. When it comes to getting a mortgage, how can you find the one that's perfect for you? Start with your local independent mortgage broker. Because the only way to get a mortgage that's cheaper, faster, and easier is to talk to us first. Find your perfect mortgage match. Call us today.
And we are back live at the beautiful Harlandale High School gymnasium. The Harlandale Indians with a 3-point lead and the ball inbounding here. 2.1 seconds left. Saxon, entry pass, basket is good. Count it. Mason, tell us, what do we get?
There you have it. Indians win 59-54.
And Mason said it. The Harlandale Indians come away victorious here, 59-54. An outright district championship for the Harlandale Indians, with the 59-54 victory here against the McCollum Cowboys. District champs is the chant here. The Harlandale Indian faithful ecstatic about an outright district championship. The Harlandale Indians will enter the playoffs as the #1 seed in 27-5A. We're going to break for just a little while. We'll come back with the player of the game.
Doing hair is an art, and I take great pride in it. I love my job. I opened my original hair salon on this side of town 26 years ago, and I still have some of the same clients. My location at Brooks is a dream come true. This is the right time and the right place to start a business at Brooks. The South Side is growing so much.
What makes Brooks so attractive to business owners is the environment. Employees can live, work, learn, and play all in one area. The South San Antonio Chamber of Commerce is a cheerleader for businesses in and around Brooks, and we have a lot to be excited about. We're beginning to erase the economic gap between North and South San Antonio while still retaining our unique culture. Brooks is bringing economic prosperity to our side of town, and it's happening so quickly that the data is still catching up. Entrepreneurship is booming on the South Side. There's no limit to what can happen here.
When you belong to a place as much as it belongs to you, you call it home. A place to gather, entertain, and make memories near shops, restaurants, and green spaces. A place to raise a family and grow. Life is good here and getting better. And at Brooks, we are just getting started. Live Brooks.
The perfect match. It's what so many of us are looking for. When it comes to getting a mortgage, how can you find the one that's perfect for you? Start with your local independent mortgage broker. Because the only way to get a mortgage that's cheaper, faster, and easier is to talk to us first. Find your perfect mortgage match. Call us today.
When we got a look at the gorgeous historic Hangar 9, we knew it was the perfect place for our wedding. It provided the blank canvas we needed to plan our dream wedding, and it fit our 370 guests easily. We had family come to Brooks from all over the world. We booked over 60 rooms at the Embassy Suite. It meant a lot to have our wedding at such an important historic landmark.
Revitalizing former military buildings helps us preserve our history, like the Air Force Officers Club, which is becoming Southerly Coast and Comfort. People from all over San Antonio will be able to sit back and enjoy a meal in the exact place where history unfolded. Nearby, the former Air Force Chapel will be transformed into an exciting restaurant concept. Readapting historical sites takes a little longer, but Brooks is committed to preserving their past while creating opportunities for their future.
Finding the right home is hard. Now finding the right realtor, that's the easy part. Vanessa G. Medina with Proper Realty will work hard to help you find the right home for you and your family. Contact Vanessa today and let Proper Realty help you find your dream home.
Started in 2019 with Texas Revolution Youth Football and Cheer. It was inspired by my sister, my late sister, Patricia Galaxy Mora. She had passed away. Before she had passed away, we had conversations about starting my own organization. Right now, our actual motivation is to get these kids to the next level as far as getting ready for middle school and high school football. Our plan for Texas Revolution is not only teaching them the fundamentals of football and cheer, but it's also teaching them how to be great young men and women, providing for the city south side and also raising them right. No pass, no play. Being here and being very respectful to their coaches, to their moms, their dads, their guardians. And that's what we strive for, is to raising the next generation of athletes, but also great men and women too as well. Look us up on Facebook too as well for any questions or any concerns that you may have as well.
Finding the right home is hard.
And we are back at the Harlandale High School gymnasium, where the Harlandale Indians have just defeated the McCollum Cowboys. You see the score right there up on the board, 59-54, the Indians victorious. And in the process now of cutting down the net are the Indians. The Harlandale faithful here to celebrate with them. A team win indeed. It is a tradition here for RC Audio Sports to name the player of the game, and a tough call again, as it always is. But our player of the game tonight, wore number 10 for the Harlandale Indians, Pedro Valenzuela, a senior on the squad. So back-to-back player of the game nods for Pedro Valenzuela. He was our player of the game against Southwest on Tuesday, or I beg your pardon, last Friday. I'm watching the kids cut the net down there. So again, we thank you for joining us here tonight from Harlandale High School. You got to witness the Harlandale Indians win a district championship here. And so they will be heading to the playoffs as the number 1 seed in 28-5A. Follow us on RC Audio Sports, YouTube. I beg your pardon. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, all our social media, and we'll keep you informed on what is next for the Harlandale Indians, as we will do for the McCollum girls basketball team, who are on to the second round already. They've got a game coming up this week. So follow us on social media. We'll keep you up on all that's going on with 28-5A teams. South End in a tough battle tonight. We don't have a final for them just yet, but we thank you for joining us here on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. Happy Valentine's Day to all. Until next time. with us on RC Audio Sports, the YouTube channel.